Democrats are in trouble. After a brutal election loss, they look lost, disconnected, uninspiring, and failing to rally the country. But we've seen this before. In 2004, Democrats were also struggling until an emerging leader stepped onto the stage and changed everything. Barack Obama delivered the speech of his life at the Democratic National Convention. He didn't just give a great speech, he inspired a movement. If Democrats want to recover, they need to reclaim the elements that made Obama's message so powerful. Let's break them down.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shack. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son. Through hard work and perseverance, my father got a scholarship to study in a magical place, America, that shone as a beacon of freedom and opportunity to so many who had come before.
A great story has a relatable character who overcomes obstacles to achieve something memorable. Obama masterfully weaves his personal journey into this speech, making it about all of us, not just himself.
While studying here, my father met my mother. She was born in a town on the other side of the world, in Kansas. Her father worked on oil rigs and farms through most of the Depression.
Obama was magnetic. His presence, his booming voice, his confidence, he looked and sounded like a leader. Who does the Democratic Party have today that exudes this level of confidence? Does anyone? Be honest.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states, red states for Republicans, blue states for Democrats. But I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around in our libraries in the red states.
Here's the real question. Do Democrats even seem like they like America? Because sometimes their messaging makes it sound like they don't. Obama understood that Americans need to feel that sense of belonging, that we're all part of something bigger. Why should patriotism be left to one party? If Democrats don't reclaim that, they'll keep losing people.
Talking about something more substantial. It's the hope of slaves sitting around a fire singing freedom songs. The hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores. The hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta. The hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too. Hope in the face of difficulty. Hope in the face of uncertainty. The audacity of hope.
The audacity of hope. 3 words that defined a movement. Obama painted a future that people could believe in. Where's that sweeping optimism today? Who in the Democratic Party is offering a bold, hopeful vision? Because if voters don't feel inspired, they check out.
I believe we can provide jobs to the jobless, homes to the homeless, and reclaim young people in cities across America from violence and despair. I believe that we have a righteous wind at our backs, and that as we stand on the crossroads of history, we can make the right choices and meet the challenges that face us. America, tonight, if you feel the same energy that I do, if you feel the same urgency that I do, if you feel the same passion that I do, if you feel the same hopefulness that I do, if we do what we must do, then I have no doubt that all across the country, from Florida to Oregon, from Washington to Maine, the people will rise up in November and John Kerry will be sworn in as president, and John Edwards will be sworn in as vice president, and this country will reclaim its promise, and out of this long political darkness, a brighter day will come. Thank you very much.
Obama's speech wasn't just inspiring, it was a call to action. He made people feel like they had to act right now. Where's that energy today? Biden, Harris, Schumer? Who is out there making people feel like this moment matters? Because without that urgency, there's no movement. And who's next? If Democrats want to shape policy and regain influence, they have to do a much better job communicating. Obama laid out the blueprint 20 years ago. Who today will pick up the baton? Josh Shapiro? AOC? Gavin Newsom? Harris? Bernie? Wes Moore? Hakeem Jeffries? Who do you think has what it takes? Drop a name in the comments. And if you found this breakdown valuable, if you liked my ad-libbing, please subscribe and share this video so we can keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.